Hello and welcome, enjoyers of the old +1/+1 counters. How about we put some of them on some of our creatures once again today? Last week we got 2 times 4/1s in the modern leagues with this list. It felt pretty good to me, so I'm just gonna jam it again and see. I gotta honestly say, it felt like we were running hot that time, but you know, the deck is just good. Reds. No, I don't want to play Reds. That is some old casual deck from 15 years ago, Kamigawa times. Alright, let's jump into the league and get a match. What is this? League matches? Yeah, sure. I already knew that. The Magic Online client reinstalled itself once again for no reason at all. All of my settings have been reset, which is kind of annoying. But I think I fixed most of them. We'll see. Sort by mana value. When you're looking for a match here in this view, you can't organize your deck. That is one of the things that annoys me. But we can swap back to the collection view, and there I have my own ordering. So the build we are running once again has the 2-2 split between Arcbound Worker and Petrific Automaton. That felt pretty good. Sometimes it's just awesome to fetch a worker off of Yotsu's Saga or just have another 1-drop. I have 2 Springleaf Drums, so the 1-drops are pretty valuable. And we have our first match versus Sangfang, Keruga deck. Oh my god, yes. Keruga is really cool, but it's usually a hard matchup for us because Keruga means it's like the old Elementals deck. I'll keep this. We're on draw. No green source, but otherwise sick draw. It's possible that making what's Saga Constructs is pretty good against the Keruga deck. Ooh, okay. The thing is, I could just go for like Goldfish turn 3 kill with this hand. Ballista, Arcbound Ravager, Hardened Scales, Ozolith is an easy kill, but that just loses to Solitude, so I think we might just wanna play something more grindy. They could have removal spells for our things anyway. I think I'll start off with Forest, Ozolith, since we can, if we need to, grab another one off of the what's the Saga, so if they have like Prismatic Ending, I'd rather get this Exile than the Hardened Scales. But yeah, already not too happy with this Keruga. If you don't know what he does, Companion, all your cards have to have a mana value of 3 or greater, but when the Companion enters for 5 mana, you draw a card for each permanent you control with mana value 3 or greater. So that is pretty sick with all of the Leyline bindings, the Teferi, that type of stuff. Alright, nothing happened yet. So they can't have like counterspell or something. It's probably more like an elementals based deck. Whenever I play might get killed, so let's play the Patchwork. That's actually a good draw. It's pretty good against this deck, because it has targeted removal, you know, that annoys us and exiles our cards. And they might have to spend 2 or 3 mana to kill this. Probably fetches another Triome, yeah. They have the 5 domain split now. They can play land and Leyline binding or Patchwork if they want to. Yep, that's what happens. So this is the one of the few matchups where this card really shines, where it's better to have 4 off. But already doing work here. Trading 2 for 3 mana. Now when they play Keruga, they already draw a card. Anyway, turn 3. And we can make constructs, so we can cast creatures and Hardened Scale Cess. Like, when it comes to lots of 1-for-1 trades, making all the constructs possible is great, but it's slow, of course. Hard choice. I'm gonna try for the old get as much value as possible. Could be hard for this deck, but could also be that they like slam a 1 ring and we just kind of never beats the value anyway, you know. Is this Risen Reef? Oh, Search for Tomorrow. It's like a what's the name? Bring to Light Scapeshift deck, maybe? I don't know. Just hardcast, Search for Tomorrow. Basically a rampant growth. Like, do we just die to a Scapeshift? That kills you with 7 lands, I think. Opponent didn't have natural land drop though. I'm just gonna make another one of these. Kinda not sure what to expect now after this Search for Tomorrow, that confuses me. Maybe they just have this in the deck so they have something to do on the early turns, since all the cards have to have a mana value of 3 or higher. Anyway, moving on, getting a Zabaz here. And dropping my Hardened scales. I mean, I could also have just animated this, but let's see. I'd like to get 1 more damage, but it's better to cast the card, I think. Did give them 1 life, but they already done the 17 off of the mana base. Solitude. Yeah. See, that's why going for most creatures possible is good, since if I go for something that kills them, the Solitude just means we lose. So that's pretty good. We already did some good trades. This was a 2 for 1. 2 Solitudes for one of the Saga constructs. There is the Locus of Creation. Like, now we might just kill them if they don't have, like, 2 weeks, give them credit for another Solitude white card, or we just go for the kill. Would be quite lucky for them to have that, right? But how much would we lose if we go for the kill? Not even that much. Let's think about it. If we play Ravager and animate Nexus, sacrificing the Zabaz gets the Nexus to, like, not quite lethal yet though. So we would have to also sacrifice the Ravager. Which means if they have Solitude white card, we trade 3 for 2. And Ravager is our best card. This is always like the hardest choice when you play this deck. Do they have 3rd Solitude? Like, they went so aggressively just killing the construct. They had no land either, so we could also just chill. Not sure what's the ideal plan here. I think I'm gonna go for chill. Play Ozolith, play Ravager, attack. Really tough. Like, we definitely could kill them here. Just thinking, if I sacrifice these Zabaz, we get Modular +3, Ozolith +4. Not quite worth it, just attack for 5. With Ravager out, at least, like, when they exile something, we get more value back. No land drop still. This Teferi, 4 mana, the One Ring, okay. Now we might go for the Ballista. Kill them upkeep, like, you don't really beat the ring's value in the long game. Did they find the land drop finally? Looks like yes, it's just the planes there, so 4 life, no Omna of mana. I feel like now we have to do it, sort of have our hand forced, since this draws so many cards. So we hope they don't have... Well, now they can have a Leyline Binding, so that'd be quite annoying. Is it better to play out the Zabaz or sacrifice the other one first? Probably sacrifice first is better, since Ravager gets +2. If we play this one, it ends with 2 counters. moves something for 3 and also 3 on the Ozolith. If we sacrifice this, 2 on Ozolith, 2 on Ravager, another 2 somewhere. Seems like sorta one and the same. I guess other entering Sebastian has 1 more counter. How do we get to 16 on the Ballista? I think we just do this. Sacrifice the other Sebast2, that should do it, but Leyline Binding means we kinda get nothing. I mean, we always keep our Ozolith counters, but if we go for the kill with Ballista and they remove it, then they can remove the Ozolith. They draw so many cards and have so much removal in the deck. But I think we just have to do it. Sacrifice this, plus 6 here. Ozolith, that's lethal. But they probably now have another Leyline Binding or Solitude. But if they don't, we win. Not making a move yet. They still have protection, so they need to exile this now. We keep all the counters, but it looks like they're dead. I don't know if there's anything that could... Okay. Yeah, they didn't have it. Could have killed them a turn earlier before they got to play the ring, but... Yeah, so the search is just another early play, I guess. So it's not any crazy Scapeshift deck, probably. Usually you only see Search for Tomorrow in those types of Valakut Scapeshift decks. Anyway, against a deck like this, I like my safekeepings. They're better than Welding Jars, since almost nothing actually kills things but exiles it. Haywire Might and Needle to combat the ring. This can help against the free spells, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Like, you pay 2 mana, so you're slowing yourself down, and then the opponent cannot cast Pitch Elementals anymore. Dismember can kill an Omnath, is that worth it? Do I want the what? Do I want the Gemstone Caverns against a deck like this? Hard to say. Like, it's card disadvantage, but tempo advantage. Usually I take out the core, but that can also do some stuff. When they exile our thing, that we can sacrifice it instead. I think it's not a Gemstone Caverns matchup. So let's just bring in these 4. Also probably not the Void Mirror. It only shuts down the Solitudes, really. Well, the Furies too. And they can cast them later on. Something like this, probably. I don't know if the Void Mirror is a good idea. Let's try it like that. Already winning game 1 is sick. We had a very good draw and they had a terrible draw. These decks lately have stumbled against me. And I'm happy about that because I friggin' hate the matchup. Another hand that can do the thing. But against the Solitude deck, it's always hard to do the thing. But I'm gonna keep it. Not really like we're looking for anything specific. Okay, so they are suspending the Search for Tomorrow with 2 time counters. Basic Forest in your 5-color domain deck, that's so funny. Mirkwood, Lorien. Yo, that's the card from the islands, or the land from the island cycling card. I don't know Lord of the Rings at all, that's kind of funny. Okay. We're gonna need to find land. I'm gonna play 2 1-drops here. Because then that's at least the worst, the less bad against getting something Teferi bounced, you know. Yeah, this draw might not work out since we might get mana screwed and then lose to the interaction, but you never know. We could draw land, start deploying. Alright, so they get up to 4 mana here. Can play a ring if you want to, which would be pretty good play. Still don't like the card, but we did just beat it with Ballista. These are all random basic lands. Cards you found in your drafts. What is this? Ikoria. This deck is can't you? Are you absolutely kidding me? People out here trying to ruin my day. That is not cool. Fuck, land please. Okay, that's good. We can attack Khan for 3. Or play 2 things and take... But actually, yeah, playing Zabaz levels up this Zabaz. I wish I had... Wait, I do have Inosolith. Do we kill the Khan? Playing Zabaz means this goes to 3, 4, and we can Pendelhaven. That could be worth it actually. They didn't Dauntig yet. Like we can do the Legend Rule thing. That moves 2 counters onto a creature. Sadly we have no red mana, but beggars can't be choosers. Then we put that. If we put it here, we have to Pendelhaven first, but I think I want to divide my counters a bit. Yeah, this gets us to 6 power. Not playing a spell, but killing the Great Creator. Except if you have Solitude, of course. Okay, nice. Getting that off the battlefield feels amazing. Dude, the ring can't Solitude's Leyland Bindings. These people have no shame. Infinity Time Revealer. They didn't have Solitude, right? They would have killed a creature to keep their Khan around. Most likely. Which means we might just, if we draw a land, we could go for a kill. Okay, untapped Steam events. Blue-red. Fire. It is fire, okay. Wait, I should have animated the Nexus. Lost out on 2 counters on Nexus. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So we wouldn't have had it with Pendelhaven, but that was still a mistake. I think Needle 14 life. You can't win here, right? So if I did the Nexus thing just to do the math, it would have 2 counters, so we could have 7 on it. Plus 1, plus its own 1 power, we would have 9. So we wouldn't win here either way, but we might wanna still kill the Teferi with the Nexus. Also put the counters on it. And maybe play the Zabaz out. Infect the Planeswalker to death. I'm gonna choose yes here because the land is actually kind of a good threat since Leyland Binding and Prismatic Ending can't deal with it. Only Solitude can. Let's see if they wanna do that. Go down to 1 card in hand. What is going on? Why do I get priority one more time? I could needle a ring, but can still do that later, I guess. And like now we have this Nexus, which means if they dropped another Karn or something, it kinda dies. Not feeling too bad about this game. Tap land, 3 cards left, passes the turn. Looks like obviously they didn't have any Solitudes, right? Still can't kill them. Wish we had a red source. So I'm gonna play a Ravager. And I think I'll pass. Opponent kinda has not much going on. Because if I like play out the Haywire Might, they can kill it before dropping a ring. Alright, what you got? Solitude, Hardcast. Oh, that's fine. Actually good getting that out of their hand. Do you want to put the counters onto the Nexus? The one? Or onto the Zabaz? Put the counters on the Nexus and the kill Zabaz, it actually gets lethal, so let's do that. Animate. Sacrifice this. Put that here. And now if they block, this actually gets to 10 power, I think. Actually, yeah. This adds 1, this adds 1. It actually gets to 11. Which means they need a removal spell for the Ozolith. And then this still kills them in 2 turns. Tap land. Feels like that was their draw for the turn. I wonder if they're dead. Or if they have... Leyland Binding doesn't help, another Solitude does help. But we go for it. As long as these decks don't have their insane card draw going, I think they have Solitude since they didn't put the Companion in the hand, so... Something to think about, but... Maybe in this case we should have kept our land. But... I mean, if they have another land, they can play the Keruga and draw 2 cards. We can still make a pretty big Ballista. I think now I want to needle the ring just so they can't get their card draw going. But now if they kill the Ozolith, we're basically dead. If they don't, we can still get him. 2 cards left. We had 28 life. Life gain is annoying, of course, since our win condition now is Ballista. Oh, Teferi bounce Ozolith, not just Keruga in hand. Oh, there's Leyland Binding. Yeah, now we're in trouble. I think they've turned the corner now. But... like now, Keruga draws them 3 cards. I guess we can keep playing, but we're probably not winning this anymore. They just had basically like 1 Solitude too many. This card's so sick. Like it's more balanced than the banned companions like Lurus and Yorion, but it's still a card draw companion. And it does a pretty good job at that in this deck. Locus of Creation. It feels like Magic Online gets slower with every update, but maybe that's just me. Okay. What if we... Is there any way we can do it Like, we can get rid of the Leyline Binding and get our Ozolith back at some point. That would involve them never having any more removal spells, which is kind of unlikely. So let's do that. Cast our cards. If they have no removal, we draw a land, we could maybe do it. But this deck's full of removal and they've just drawn a bunch of cards. Or Ren in 6 to kill the Haywire Might. Fire to kill 2 things. Now I'm gonna concede. Was worth a shot, but there's like that spot where it's pointless to keep playing. Don't think we need the Dismembers or the Void Mirrors. As I said, it's a really hard matchup and we got lucky to win the first game, and now let's try to do it one more time. Okay. One of the hands ever. I don't think they run any board wipes, so it could be worthwhile trying to go for making the biggest Hangerback Walker in the world and killing them that way. Does that mean we want to do the turn 1 what's the Saga thing? What's the Saga Springleaf Drum? Sabas Hardened Scales, or Hangerback Walker Hardened Scales, then turn 3 get an Ozolith and do a lot of stuff. Opponent can't play a lot before turn 3. Let's try it. Try to be fast for once in this matchup. If they have Prismatic Ending, the drum is gonna be gone, but it... Yes, that would suck. But I'm still gonna play it out, because then I can... Do they have Force of Vigor? Oh my god. They're full of all the crap that I hate. Like, why else would you wait on this? I'm gonna cast something, so you better wait, but... So if they have it, it's better for us if they do the thing right away. Okay. I'm still gonna play the thing. If they have Force of Vigor, it's really bad. So also possible they just weren't here. Like, this was my first game action. Could be they just... Like, it doesn't have that many green cards, right? Okay, Search for Tomorrow suspended. Ravager is a sick draw. Let's see what they can do to us this time around. Like, we're gonna have Hardened Scales, Ozolith, 4 mana, Ravager, Inkmoth Nexus. There's definitely something to do, but it's always like, you have Solitude and nothing matters. The single one card that ruins my day the most. So another Search suspended. Another Search suspended, okay. Interesting. Now what do we do? Now what's the Saga is a really good draw. Like, we could go for the Hangerback Walker thing. Just make it really big. I think I'm definitely getting Ozolith here. So much is certain. So you could put a bunch of counters on Walker and then kill it with the Sabas ability. It's possible they just can't beat that many Thopters. We just have to be careful not to get blown out by a single Solitude, you know, like always. In that case, we could also just make a big Inkmoth. What if we just do that? I don't really have the mana for that now. If we destroy the Sabas, we can move +3 on the Inkmoth and another +3, but that's not lethal. Like, I would have had to play Ravager if we want to do that, I guess. So I'm still gonna cast the Ravager. Maybe we just chill now, and if they do something, we make Thopters in response. How high do we get without the Ozolith? The bars sacrificing 2 Ravager adds like 7, so it's 9. That would be 10. We can stack the Sabas activation and get like 10 1/1s before they kill it. Three suspend triggers, it's kind of funny. One of them is a double trigger, since it goes off. Do they even have enough basic lands for this? The Keruga is not really a stock deck, I would say, so you never know. Alright, what you got? The ring, probably. You can shut that down off of what's this Saga, I guess. But not yet. Oh, Omnath, sure. Got a fetch land too. Did they play land? They did, okay. So we go to the end step. I guess we just uptick the Walker. Do more stuff to them later. Wanna solitude me? I don't think you should. Okay. It's actually quite interesting. We can sacrifice the Walker. So I think we just go for an insane number of Thopters. Is there any chance they run like Supreme Verdict to ruin our day? Or we can maybe sacrifice it end step. Like you would need to remove it, we second response and then Supreme Verdict. That's never gonna happen, right? So let's try it this way, I guess. Say, okay, you can't beat an insane number of Thopters. Now we put that here, and in response we can also sacrifice the Ravager to make it even a lot more. You wanna sack the drum or the Nexus too? Maybe keep it around. Well... So now if you sacrifice the Ravager and point this onto the Walker, if they have Solitude, it's really bad. But otherwise I only get like 8. Well, then I can still sack the Ravager, but... it feels like they're not doing... It's always so tough. We could make the Nexus lethal. Maybe that's the way to go. I want them to do the Solitude before I sack my Ravager, of course. Should attack tapped Saga. Now they know I'm not attacking with this. Okay, nice. That's good for me. Now I can do the Thopter thing. Does all this resolve? Looks like yes. I think that's gonna be 26 Thopters. in your end step. 27. Phyrexia's core is so sick. Sneaky little thing. I can still like drop a ring and not die for a turn. But do we think a deck like this has any board vibes is the big question. They exile the Time Reveler. Do you have more basic lands in your deck? Looks like, yeah, we already saw the forest. Alright, 2 cards, lots of mana, what you doing? What do we lose to? Ring? We lose to killing that, then I make Methopters and then they wipe the board. Well, they had the Omnath mana in the upkeep and couldn't use it, that's funny. Search for tomorrow, suboptimal with Omnath. Alright, don't play the One Ring and die to 27 1/1s with flying, please. Pretty please. Nice. I feel like we navigated that well. They shouldn't have solituded before I sacrificed the Ravager. Like, I was kind of playing around that to a degree. But anyway, we got it. We beat one of my grudge matchups and we move on. Amazing. See you in round 2. Okay, gamers, welcome to the best time of the whole week, I would say. We won against Keruga. We are on the play against Arias. It is Thursday night. And we have a Weissbier. Alrighty. 2 lands, 2 Ravagers. Patchwork Ozolith. It looks like a keep to me. It's not an insanely fast hand, but it has some stuff going for itself, so I'll keep it. It's very unlikely we cycle this, or we channel this, so I'll just play it. And pass. Because if I draw with the Saga, I might want to play green card and still have the ability to play the Saga, you know. Anyway, time for a cold one, I would say. Polluted Delta. Can mean anything. Not anything, but basically anything. Are there any spell piercers in the chat? Please say no. Alright, gamers, look at this. We got a cold one. Which is a Triome or something? No, Watery Grave. Is it the blue-black ring deck? That one I like to fight. This, in my eyes, fair control deck. No Solitudes. Kinda no exile cards. Nothing to beat Pithing Needle. Oh, there is the Urza Saga. Let's go. And we have Patchwork too. I guess we play the Stirrings first if they have like counterspell or something, I don't know. Alright. Oh, another Urza Saga, Ozolith, Ballista. Yeah, I think Urza Saga is the best card ever. Alright, you can counterspell me if you like. Because, okay, not beating it anyway, really. Like it's gonna counter something, might as well just play into it. You could play Ravager, but Shieldred's Edict, that's a good answer for Patchwork Automaton. Doesn't even make me click it, thanks Magic Online. And cheers gamers. It's a good Thursday night, I can feel it. Hardened skills. I think that it's time to make some construct moves. I mean, I could have not played this and also not played the Saga to maximize construct value, but that seems a little bit too conservative to me. Cheers. How do I call you? Just nerd? The most annoying card of this deck is Archmage's Charm with its steal ability, because almost all our cards have mana value 1 or less. Orcish Bowmasters. Best card in Modern, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I like not really being affected by it much. Like, it's not good in the matchup. It's good specifically when I go for a thing and they can ping like an Inkmoth Nexus or a Ballista that I wanna suit up. Let's see if they have the charm to steal my construct, but on their side it's just another 1/1. No land drop for the control deck, I'll take it. A Uzolith. We have another What's the Saga, so we might as well not yet activate this one, I guess. We drew the Ozolith, so I can get a creature off of my Chapter 3, I would say. And it's gonna be a 3/3. With no red mana, unfortunately, we could get a Drum, but it's not an exile-based deck. Actually, Drum getting red mana plays around Archmage's Charm specifically, so maybe we should have done that. Like, now they can steal our creature, and we can't do anything about it, really. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, what am I really saying? I need Sabas and Springleaf Drum to do that thing. Maybe I should play the Ravager, but I think I want another token. Okay, they're just stealing that. Not really much I can do about it. It's less bad than when they steal an Ozolith that has like a million counters on it, so that just happens. Since sadly I have no red mana, this has no luck counter on it. But like, this is still a 4/4. Okay. I just make another and regenerate, and everything on your side dies. Actually, let's not regenerate, because then it doesn't kill the Glimmer Wasp. Should have let the army live, I guess, but let's just kill everything. It's a pretty good trade. Modular, but the opponent controls the trigger, they can go no on this. Sadly. You want to put 3 counters on it? It would be 5 actually. That's hilarious. But basically we traded Archmage's Charm and Orcish Bowmasters for Sabas and 1 Woods Saga construct. At ring time. We don't have Needle in the main deck. Many gamers do that, but not this one. So game 1 we have to beat it fair and square. As fair as that card can ever be, I guess. I hate it. No ring though. But they did find the 4th land drop. Alright. Yeah, that was unfortunate that we didn't have any of our red sources around, otherwise this would have gone a lot better against Archmage's Charm. I'll just make another thing here. Like, they passed, so another Charm would be annoying. Yeah, let's make another construct. Feels like they have to use cards to destroy our constructs, which is good for us. We are in need of lands, so could get a Springleaf Drum here. Yeah, let's do that. What you got against my 6/6? Steal it, maybe? No, black mana, Fatal Push. I like that. Thinking, you know, fatal push. I guess it's the goodest time as any to regenerate. Is it? Do we care? Yeah, let's regenerate it. Play a bit of tempo game here too. It doesn't deal damage this turn, but can attack next turn still. Snip cast damage. Sure. Yeah. That goes through. Right. We kinda need land to play two things. Get somewhere. Any rings? Yup. A ring is so good. Maybe we can beat it. Like, this deck is less annoying than any deck with white removal spells in it. Let's play the Walker. The Walker's pretty good against blue-black. Since they cannot... I mean, they can steal it with Charm. So I hope they don't do that here. They get to draw like an amazing number of cards. If we had a land, maybe we could have done the kill with Ballista and Ravager. Sadly, couldn't do that. And now they have untapped 6 cards in hand. Let's see. Archmage's Charm is kind of the worst, or yo. It's actually cool though that Snapcaster Mage is seeing a resurgence. Card was outclassed by all the power creep, but looks like he has found a new home. I like that, I like that. Alright, what you got? Arias. Can we do something this game, or are you gonna take control? So if we draw land, we can do lots of stuff. Depends how much counter magic they have. How does the deck look like? Demir control. 4 counter spells, 4 Archmage's Charm. Force of Negation does not really do much at this point of the game. 1 Snapcaster Mage. He's done some work. She-Old Red, that's pretty good with the ring. 4 rings. I mean, if the ring makes an archetype like this playable, that's really cool. On the other hand, it's just so fucking annoying to play against. Land, please. Okay, best land. I think I'll just play the Ravager. If they counter it, play another. Because we definitely need to make moves. I'm sad that you can't play the long game anymore in Modern. And let's see if they have Subtlety, I guess, for my second Ravager. Because Hardened Skills was always good at the grind. Still would be, but the other cards like the Ring are just way too good at the grind. Okay. Sadly, we can't do too much here. Like, we could make a really big Walker, but then they just go to steal it, and we're sad. Yeah. We have to pass for now. If they didn't have the counter spell, we could have done more stuff. Lots more stuff. But they're drawing so many cards, the only way to win here is so that choke them on mana and kill them with what we have on board. Which could be doable, but it maybe also not. They can draw 3 up to 7 again. Is it Damnation time or something? Do these lists play any Damnations? Probably not. She-Old Red. She-Old Red. Why not She-Old Green? He Young Blue? Yo, that old song and dance. It could be beatable with Ballista. But they have 2 mana up, so... And this, I hate the card so much, but... We can maybe technically beat it. But they have 2 mana up again to counter our thing. So we'd have to like bait them, counter something else. Can only... 2 Ballistas. Okay. Now I'm feeling hopeful. Okay. But the problem is they can just kill the Ballista. So we might want to do some other stuff. Like making the Thopters to kill the opponent with. Like, we could sacrifice the Arcbound Ravager and make the Ballista lethal upkeep, but they just need any removal spell before that happens. We could sacrifice the Ravager and put counters on the Walker. So what the same deal. Could chill and force them to make a move. Maybe I like that best. Play second Ballista or Optic Walker. Could Optic Walker make 6 Thopters, sacrifice Walker, put 7 counters on Ozolith, which means 9 plus 9 on Ballista, it goes to 12. And we have multiple things going. Maybe we just wait though? Force something out of them, get more value that way. This is so hard. I could play second Ballista and sacrifice it, 3 counters, 4 on Ozolith, move 6 on the Walker. Tough life. I think we pass. So, such a weird spot. Alright, I've waited too long. I'm gonna pass and see what happens. I don't want to lose 2 like fail push. If I had my welding char still, it would have been better. But like, we don't beat the cards in hand, we can only beat the mana. So now we basically give them 7 mana to kill us from... to stabilize the board. I told my opponent in chat that I'm sorry about the slow play, this is like really hard. Like, it looks like they went away because it took so long or something. Maybe they didn't have anything and I could have killed them, you know. But I can still do that in response to them doing something that shuts me down, you know. This is kind of a cool standoff right now. So many tough choices. I could have put a counter via Ozolith on other Ozolith, which becomes 2. And then on something else, but I can also just uptick the Walker next to 1 ring, sure. Friggin' protection thing. Why did they have to do that? But it still feels like they're kind of desperate. Okay. If they're tapping down on mana like this, I am gonna make a move. Okay. I can uptick the walker to 6, sacrifice it. I don't need to jump block though. This game's not gonna last that long, I think. I'll just take the 5. Could sacrifice now. Plus 6 on 6 Thopters, plus 3 on Ravager, plus 7 on Ozolith. Is that worth it? No. We can force more action next turn by upticking again. Maybe also upticking here. Like, all I need is a land to get as much. I need to do something now. Okay. Not a land, but I can get another drum or welding jar here. I think welding jar is the best. You only have 1 mana up. We just do the ballista thing now. And they can't really prevent that. I love when there's so many replacement effects. If you only have 2 of the same, it doesn't do that thing. It only does it when there's different cards, even if it's the same effect. Anyway, let's do that. It does go to 14. Make 14 Thopters. Put 17 counters on Ballista. We have regeneration up. Kill them upkeep. And even have Ravager and the Thopter board still around. That's like where I want it to be. Not lose to a single card. And they don't have more mana up now. Actually, it's even more than I thought, but... $21 on the Ballista. Pass because you have protection. And this is why I like blue-black. They don't have exile effects. So we can use our welding jars actually. And you're dead. Does it even matter? I have 18 counters. You can respawn as many times as you like, but they're just trying to time me out now or something because I've been playing so slowly. That is fair. It's one of the win conditions in the game, so I'm not gonna complain about it. But they're dead now. Save targets, I guess. Fewer clicks. Yeah, very nice. This deck's the most beatable the One Ring deck for us. Alright. Needle is really good. Even if they steal it with Archmage's Charm, it still does the same thing if they didn't steal it. What else? Dismember can kill She-Old-Red. Is that worth it? Maybe not. Do I want the Kevans? It is grind. This is one of the grindy matchups actually, so I think no. Put these in instead of like some of these cards. Safekeepings maybe. Here I actually would like the Veil of Summer, but I don't have that in the sideboard anymore because decks like this are sort of rare. I think I'll just do this. Anything where safekeeping is better. I can't lag all my creatures and all my engine cards, you know. I could swap core for Gemstone Caverns, but nah, the core is better. I don't really want to go down on cards to have one more land in play turn 1. You said LMAO. Why? Oh my god, 3 Witches Sagas. There's a lot of Witches Sagas. We're not gonna have any lands in the late game. 2 Ozoliths. Is that a mulligan? Witches Saga is one of the best cards, but like, I have to play one every turn, get it max 3 constructs. I'm gonna mulligan that. This is the downside of the Witches Saga. And that's a good draw. I think I'll not put in the Gemstone Caverns with the opening hand action. Ah, this would be such a 6-7. I have to play a bit faster now since I'm down 4 minutes on the clock compared to opponent. Mina muscul at the water's edge. Oh, Saga is the best draw here. I'm gonna go drum, because then I can play creature and scales next turn, even though I would lose out on a counter. No forces of negation for my drum. Think needle. Yeah, okay. Let's play our spells. See if they want to counter them, because then we can still make more constructs later. Kinda annoying, but with this deck, without the Veils of Summer, we just have to grind through the counter spells. Is what it is. Now I'm just gonna play Caverns and make a creature play the Hardened Scales. I don't think I'll play the Preemptive Needle against the Ring. Are they thinking about stealing my drum or something? That would be funny. I gotta be okay with that. Okay. Let's make the creature now and play another card. Even though they can counter it, but again, I think we have to grind through the counter spells. And if this needle resolves, it's pretty sick once they have the ring down, since they can't really beat it, I think. Or remove it. I freaking hate the ring, but it is what it is, you know. They could have Force of Negation now, but I don't know if they would even play that. Let's make another dude. Get the Ozolith, I guess. Also another good card against the stack. Cast Pithing Needle. No Forces of Negation, please. Okay. Good luck, Archmage is charming that. Attack because we can, it doesn't do anything, I think. Like here, the One Ring is 4 mana, lose a life, draw a card, the opponent loses 1 mana in the card. I like those odds. Against the white stacks, that's not such a good play because they have like 7 cards in the deck usually that exile it for 1 mana. You know, Leyline Binding and Prismatic Ending, also bounce with Teferi. So it looks like blue-black is a little bit soft to that. I think I play my spells pre-combat, see what they do. Having a Ravage out would be good against the Archmage's Charms. Also makes it so we have more damage output. Do we play around board wipes? I think no, I haven't seen any. I guess Damnation in the sideboard. Would kinda beat us. If we had a Inkmoth Nexus, it'd be nice. Sacrifices a non-token creature. You got it. That's fine. It's no Damnation. It's a cool card. Best edict ever printed, since the one who plays also has a choice. Usually only the opponent has the choice of what they sacrifice. I remember when plain old Diabolic Edict was a legacy playable card in Grixis control. Okay, nice. And you take 12 damage. And the ring still kind of trickles on your life total. I like those odds. 2 cards in hand, you go to 4. Ring just for protection and no more no more draining. Yup. Oh, I got nothing. I'm not gonna play the worker because if they have Damnation, I can make a big worker through Ozolith, or actually not that big, but it's something. Freak out, Fatal Push. Yep, 2 cards left. Still no Damnation, that's good. Murktide Regen does an 8/8. Okay, the stare down. You're at 4. Arcbound Ravager, 1 card in hand. Now we do play our things. Sacrifice the worker, modular 1, but lose 1 from the artifact count. It stays on 7. 2 counters from Ozolith, becomes a 9/9. Forces out another removal spell or a jump block. I do lose a body, but I feel like I want to do this. Alright, are you in jump block mode or is last card a fatal push? Nice! Now that's what I want to see. Oh shit. I wanted to take a screenshot with the ring too, but I fucked it up. Whatever. 2 cards left. Any Damnationers and then another ring. The saddest rings ever, like, this is usually what, like, makes my blood boil. But the Pithing Needle is too good against the blue-black deck. Alright, top keg mode. They even drew 3 rings in the top 17 cards. Hardest worker around. Archmage's Charm can steal Construct, but we would just sacrifice it. A bit del bush. I guess I sacrifice my... okay. Subtlety as a jump blocker. Like, I can sacrifice my drum and... that doesn't do anything, right? Oh, I have scales anyway, so they need to jump block. Funny game. I don't think there's any draw where they can come back from this. Especially with 3/3 Walker already. Or Ozolith counters. What a good matchup, huh? It's so funny. All the decks that don't have white, I love playing against. And burn. Alright, on to match number 3, let's go. Here we are. On the play again, awesome. With Borocharyu. We already destroyed 2 ring decks. I'm gonna keep this. It's not the best hand ever, it has like 5 mana sources in it. But there's some grind potential with Ozolith and Inkmoth Nexus, so there's that. It always depends heavily on the matchup. Hands like this are only one Nord's Saga or Ravager or something away from... Maybe you know what I mean? I hope you don't. I hope you don't know what I mean. Anyway, sequencing Inkmoth Nexus, Springleaf Drum, then Zabaz Ozolith, You lose on... Maybe that's actually not the best sequence. I'll still just play Nexus Drum. Because one single modular creature without mana up is always like... Depends on the matchup, it's like Tron. I'll just be as fast as possible. If it's an interactive deck, I might just play the Shattered Spire. Snow-covered plains. Esber Sentinel. Okay, I can't really pay the tax. Is this Hammer Time? Hammer Time's a really okay matchup. What's the Saga is the draw ever. I did say I wanted to draw that. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them the card. Hammer Time doesn't really play removal spells, I think. It's sort of a combo deck. I mean, it could be something else, but probably. Yeah, you get to draw your card. They did mulligan, so it's only fair to give them the card, right? Whoa! Looks like Magic Online fixed the bug where it always asks you twice if you want to pay the tax. Insane. The new management really pulling their weight. Shoutouts to Daybreak Games, really. It could still be, okay, yeah, pretty much guaranteed Hammer Time. The sort of a race, we kill them on our turn 4 and they hopefully don't kill us before that. Like, Hammer Time doesn't run any removal, I think, in the main deck. The Shadows Mirrors and the revealed card zone. Dude, what? Sure. That doesn't raise in Inkmoth Nexus, so Ballistherr. This is why I keep my hands just good at top kicking. I love my Springleaf drums, honestly. Some ramp. Like, most decks play one Springleaf drum just so you can mitigate losing a land. But we just have some honest to god ramp. Turn 1 Springleaf drum, and then it's kind of like Mox Opal. You're just paying 1 mana for it and not attacking, so it's worse, but Hardened Scales was never the best at getting the artifact count for Mox Opal, so I really like my 2 drums, gotta say. And that's good Weissbier. That's a lot of Woods Sagas. Alright. Do we have a path to victory next turn? I think we do. Like, get another Ozolith. Are we afraid of any removal spells? I think we're not. Opponent on the Woods Saga Construct plan. Oh, Ravager 2. Wow, look, this draw. I'm so lucky, I gotta say. Like, I kept 5 mana sources. I drew a Ravager, a Ballista, and an Woods Saga. That's crazy. Maybe it's better to play Forest for the red source potential, but... this is a small trick you can do. Ozolith onto this Ozolith, which adds 2 counters. Because that one adds more counters onto artifacts too, and then if I move this, it becomes 3. But since I'm also sacrificing Zabaz, it doesn't really matter. Because the bonus only applies as soon as something is on it. I like not playing against Solitudes, you know? And now we just win, basically. How about we don't block? How about we just die? There's no way they have Solitude, right? It's like basically sort of an all-in combo deck game 1 and then... Nice. And then from the sideboard, Yeah, there's the Solitudes. Now we have to, like... Anyway, I have 2 Forces of Vigor. Many players play 3, but it's not been that amazing lately. I can play my Safekeepings against the Solitudes or whatever they're gonna bring in. Definitely a Gemstone Caverns matchup, and also these 2 and this Wire got a lot. These are all good against this deck. Patchwork can go, Core can go, one of these can go, one of these can go, Welding Jars can go, 1 Stirrings, 2 Stirrings. This is awesome, like all the cards I just took out I don't love. I play 3 Ozoliths, both of them because they get removed a lot, but not by this deck. And the 2 mana one it was really good here, but could be too slow. Opponent's draw was not great. Since they didn't know the matchup, they were not happy seeing me being so aggressive. Not really a Void Mirror matchup. This card is against the Cascade cards and against Tron, that's basically it. You can play it against Pitch Elementals, but I don't really love it. Maybe I should have just another Chalice, since that's a 0 mana card against the Cascade decks. But, alright, so Needle is like not a silver bullet by any means, it's a playable card. Dismember's good. I have the Gemstone advantage, I have a Ballista, but I got nothing else going on. This hand would rely on shutting the opponent down as much as possible. Like if they play Stoneforge Mystic, kill that. They maybe still die to the hammer. Do we believe again? This is rough. Like if we would rely too much on our top deck, I think, with this hand. Yeah, I like this better. This is a matchup where we don't need our sideboard cards. We just basically swap bad cards for better cards. Probably only need 1 Ravager anyway. Could also put away the Stirrings. Okay. Did we lose a game yet? Did we lose a game against that ring deck in the first round? Or was it also 2-0? It was 2-1, right? Yeah, I conceded the 1 match where they totally controlled us. Okay. That's scary. The first hand might have been better against this. Ooh, nice though. I kept the Stirrings too. I'm so smart. Smartest streamer in the West. I always like getting down my engine first. Force of Vigor is gonna be a blowout. We can, for example, kill the 8, so they can't equip the hammer. Maybe it's still better to just kill the hammer. Depends if we think they have 2 hammers or Paladin. Like, killing the hammer is bad if they have another. Killing 8 is bad if they have another way to equip. We could also have killed the land before it gets the mana ability, but maybe that was the play. But now we can just chill a little bit. We might lose to Steel Shaper's Gift though, that gives everything hexproof. We'll see. I didn't really consider that here, but we could have killed towards the Saga and say Ornithopter or the Cigarda's Aid before the Saga gets its mana ability. So we have the hammer. We can lose to Steel Shaper's Gift, which is a card for 1 white mana. I think all your permanents gain hexproof or something. It's a really good card. No, not Steel Shaper's Gift. Surge of Salvation. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. And something else too. Prevent all damage that black and red sources would deal to creatures. So that's not relevant, but... Okay, they're good at drawing towards the Sagas. This game we need some action. Alright, so they're planning on putting in the hammer with Stoneforge, which is good, because it uses their white mana. I think we kill the Sigarda's 8 since otherwise Utsa Saga can get them another Colossus Hammer. Oh, it has flash. Right, so they don't need to use Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, I'm still gonna do this. If they have the Surge, it's pretty bad. Kill this. Kill that. Three cards. Is one of them Surge of Salvation? That would be a nice little 2-for-1 for them and probably win the game on the spot. Now they need a way to equip the hammer, because that does enter. Which is a pure steel paladin. But you need Metalcraft. Oh, they do have it. I don't know why that took so long, but yep. So, to play around this, we could have killed Urza Saga and Sigarda's 8 turn 2. But they still had white mana up, so I think. Right. Yeah, that card's just really good. I wish I could play that, but it's not worth splashing white for it. Our colored mana is already not the best. Straight up dead, I guess. What's the most damage we could assemble? I don't think it's enough. Why is there a pause here? Are they thinking of solituding me? I think I can actually make like only like 9/9 Ravager or something. Yeah. I just want to see if they have something. We are just dead to the flyer. Actually, it loses flying, so maybe not. So maybe we can just pass one more turn. But they can Shadow Spear it up. And there's not really much coming back from that. That was also a mistake, I think. Should have just put everything on one creature. But this game's pretty much over since he had that one key card. I'm not mad though, like we played the line that loses to that card but doesn't lose to other things. Well, let's see if we can make the comeback game 3 or we're just gonna lose to Hammer. It's like a slightly favored matchup, I would say. There are better matchups, but there are so many worse matchups. The Solitudes make it scary in the sideboard games. Gotta give him that. Oh, they have another Hammer. Yeah, now we are just straight up dead. But Solitude would also have done it. Yeah. So that goes. You won the die roll. Sure did. So scales the Walker and the Ravager. How does this play out? Scales, Walker, scales Ravager. I'm gonna try it. On the play, it can be pretty good. Hammer Time does have certain turn 3 kills. They also kept 7. Let's see what's the worst they can do to us. Is a turn 2 kill possible? I think it is with the perfect hand. Drop Plains, drop Sigarda's 8, drop one Ethopter, and then just play 2 Hammers turn 2. But it does lose flying, so... Okay, so that is that start. If they have 2 hammers, this gets 20 power, but Walker kinda does block it. We'll see, we'll see. And we are on the make a lot of Thopter's plan. They could also have Solitude, you know? We'd gain 2 life though, but we'd still die to that. That's why Hammer is a good deck. I think it can be so fast. It can be a lot faster than Hardened Scales. Like, we also have turn 3 kills, but they're rarer, I think. And we don't have free spells like Solitudes. This is so funny though. Eldritch Moon, Cigadas 8, that card was not good. And then Wizards decided to make a card that makes it good. I really do like that, honestly. Like, you never want to play a card that gives you some sort of ability but doesn't do anything, if you know what I mean. But if the, oh wow, 1 mana exile my Hangerback Walker, that's very bad for us. At least no hammer. But they have Urza Saga again. Can I have one of these two? Oh, 2 Ravagers. We need a win condition. Like a Ballista. I have to play this out. If they have another kill spell, it's pretty bad for me, but I feel like I need to play it. Yeah, this card is really good against Hardened Scales, generally not the best. It's similar to Prismatic Ending, but you have to actually pay 1 more than the card has mana value. But it does hit enchantments, which means it can kill Urza Saga, which is one of the reasons it's played over Prismatic Ending, especially in the monocolored decks, of course. And if we die here, that's fine. This draw was not amazing, but it could still do it. Say if we find Walking Ballista at Colossus Hammer, we take 10. Yeah, we really need a top deck. Otherwise, we have no play, really. But this whole match kind of depended on whether they had... I was gonna say Steel Shaper's Gift again. Surge of Salvation. Or not. That won that second game. Otherwise, they maybe had been out of... Oh no, ways to do anything. That's pretty bad. I think we are dead because we are gonna be forced to block both creatures again since they get another hammer. Like, there is no winning if I lose both Ravagers. So I'm just gonna attack here in hopes they block, but they just get another hammer, put it here. And that's that. What if I block both creatures and sacrifice 1 Ravager to the other? Does it get big enough? Because then I messed up. I think it becomes an 11-11. 3 becomes 5, 8. Yeah, okay. Then I actually messed up there. I block with both, sacrifice 1. Should have thought about this more. It becomes an 11-11. And survives blocking the Ornithopter, and then like we have 1 top deck to do something. We still die if we don't draw like Walking Ballista. But I shouldn't have attacked. Really odd, they played around Force last game, but not this game. Maybe they don't have Surge. That's GG's now. If Ballista is on top of the deck, I threw the match, otherwise we had no choice. Worker. Nexus. Ballista. I don't think we could have started 2 more turns. Untap with an 11-11 Ravager and a Worker. Maybe? Definitely not. Should not have attacked. My line was like, I'm dead either way. Attack, maybe they block. But otherwise, I block both. Sacrifice this Ravager. And this gets 8 counters, so it actually survives this. Something to think about. And let's move on. Gamers, we are on the draw against N. Cowden. This is a hand that I like, so I'll keep it. I'd love another Hardened Scales or also for Drum or something, but we have a turn 1 play at least. Did I see the Breaking Bad 2 trailer? I didn't watch it yet. So, yes, I saw it. No, I didn't watch it. Watery Grave. Another time playing against that deck. We need a land. Let's get the Carplusa on to have the Dread Splash available. Okay, we did beat Blue-Black, but it's a tough matchup. I play Guru Lands. Somebody explained to me what a Guru Land is. I only know it's like those basic lands where there's a sun and the moon and shit. And they're really expensive in paper. Opponent's Cries 1 top, 1 bottom. That's a nice sleight of hand you got there, opponent. Let's sequence it this way, I think. I want to play spells and then make What's the Saga constructs. Welding Jar is actually great when you have the Patchwork out. But we have enough mana to kill it, so we'll see what happens. Springleaf Drum, sort of a free play here. Well, if you want to tap it for mana, I guess. I think we attack, see what they do, and then cast a spell. Because, like, we don't need all our mana. Welding Jar is actually kinda good with Patchwork. Alright, let's play the Hanger back and see if they have a counter spell. Should be fine. Otherwise, this card's really good against blue-black decks. Why did I? Alright, because I had a trigger. Obviously, we could have gotten 1 more damage out of the deal, but my thinking is if they wanna do something to this, they don't have mana to counter that. Of which neither happened. Yeah, that's annoying, but sadly I can't prevent it. Archmage's Charm is the one card, I think the only card in this deck that's good against our deck. It's kind of funny. No ring. Interesting. Another Walker. Now do we want to make things or cast things? I think we want to cast things. But I'm gonna attack first, see if they take another 4. Want to like block, get 2 Thopters. Nothing, huh? I kinda wanna pass and make a construct, since then they're not using their mana to counter cards. Is there any other good instant speed thing? Like, what you want to do against control is make them lose their mana. They can draw 2 or steal something again if they have that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass and make a thing. I don't want them to use counterspell. 6 Walker, you're at 12. Yeah, they just lost 4 mana, you know, and I'm not gonna lose mine. Something to think about against control. The One Ring! This is the third One Ring matchup out of 4 decks. That really does grind my gears. But we beat both the ring decks we encountered, so it's something. Can I get the Ballistera, please? That's gorgeous, though. Yeah, now we cast stuff. This is a pretty cool interaction. The land goes away, so can play untapped Copperline Gorge. Gorgeous interaction. Guess we can use this. Opponent is at 11. We could try to make a bunch of Thopters. Not really though. I mean, we could sacrifice Patchwork. Move 5 onto Walker. I don't think that's the best idea. Attacking doesn't really do anything. Except giving them the option to trade this for Thopters, but they're just gonna let it happen. Ravager is good here, so we're gonna regenerate it. Because Ravager prevents us from the whole stealing shenanigans. Control matchup where Wellington is good. Sign me up. Up to 7 cards in hand again. This is like, yeah. The way we beat the ring is choke them on mana / tempo. You can never beat the value. Now they can play another ring or face down our board. We sacrifice a non-token creature. It might actually be the Patchwork. It sucks if they steal the Ozolith with Archmage's Charm. No, just sack the Walker, I think. Because we have another one. But the way we want to win is make a lot of Thopters. Alright, yeah, this Patchwork isn't that good since they're gonna make Thopters too. But if they have Archmage's Charm for Ozolith, we can sacrifice it, but it still sucks. Because we lose those 5. Murktide, okay. Yeah, we can beat a Murktide. Hopefully. Well, it is at 10. But they have 1 mana up, so I don't really want to do too much. This ring deck doesn't have life gain and it doesn't have exile cards. It makes the matchup so much better. I think I cast both my cards since they don't have counter magic up. And the Damnations I only expect from the sideboard. Alright. I want to suit up my Walker as much as possible. We could have failed and push though. Let's see if they want to respond to the Ozolith ability. Okay, it looks like no. That's good. Don't have protection right now, so we can attack with this. Okay. Ah, sure, you get 3 Thopters. I'm gonna get a lot more. They are tapped out now. How many Thopters can I make at maximum here? Sacrifice 1 Ravager into the other. It goes to 3. Sacrifice Walker and Drum. It goes to 5. I can't really do that. I need 1 Ravager around to do the Walker thing. So I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 6 is 11, 12. 13. 13 Thopters. Can they ever beat that? Maybe with Sheol Dread? Or just pass. See what they do. It's... I think the way to win this matchup is force them to make a move and then like make our move in response, since we have all these free effects and they only have 5 mana, probably 6 now. They missed the land drop 1 turn, I guess. Okay, Bombmasters. Yeah, just gonna Pendelhaven this. Orcish Bowmasters means what? You have nothing else to play? Yeah, that's not a good look for you. To be TBH. Okay. Do we sacrifice this Walker now? I get 6 Thopters. You are at 8. You can only block 3. You take another 3 here in your upkeep. So you are at virtual 5. I feel like we do that. We get some more shit here. And we have Archmage's Charms covered. It's basically just a removal spell at that point. If we attack all, do they even have a chance to survive here? At least Terra 2. So that means we cast that, they need an answer immediately. And then the Comet probably kills them. Just cast it for 1. I'm pretty sure we have this game. I can't imagine anything that saves them now. Counter spell, sure, but move to combat. Put that here, I guess. If we attack all, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers and one possible thing to do. Block that, take 5 damage. Yeah. I think you are like 100% dead. You take 3 in the upkeep. Like, take 5. Die. This is the worst, the One Ring deck that exists. You had 1. How do you live? How do you not die to the One Ring upkeep trigger? Okay. Nice, it's finally happened. The first time ever I play, I didn't find the second ring to remove the first ring. I thought it was impossible. Second time playing against this deck, it's becoming one of my favorite matchups again. Might and Needle. What else? Maybe the safekeepings. But yeah, not much I want to take out once again. Matchup by the Welding Chairs and the Patchworks are good, like, hell yeah. Even Phyrexia's Core is good since it can also blank not blank, but cancel the stealing, make it into a removal spell. Did I bring in anything else the other time? Do I want my safekeepings over the stirrings or something? Like it can also counter an Archmage's Charm, which is pretty good. Doesn't help against counter magic per se, but I think it's good. Maybe they got that. Maybe we don't want the 3 Ozoliths, but nah. Ozolith is good, and they can steal it if we don't have a safekeeping or Ravager or something. Play 1 safekeeping. Today's a cool day. We're beating the ring decks, at least hopefully. That looks like a keep to me. But yeah, always good for us when the meta evolves into a world where people don't have white in the decks. This is actually already something to think about. Playing with the Saga turn 1 generally opens the world to turn 3 kills. But I can't imagine this deck just passing with no mana up. Playing Inkmoth Nexus turn 1 means I can't go Urza Saga, have green mana, but I can since I have Drum. Let's do this. Not go for the ultra aggressive. Maybe we draw Ravager and kill you on turn 3 line. Which we could if we played Saga turn 1. No, tapped land, huh? What's the Saga still means we can get a Pithing Needle for the ring, which is very good in this matchup. Let's play Walker. And Stirrings. I'll keep up safekeeping. Oh, Spell Snare. People are playing that again because they hate the Bowmasters. That's fine. It's like they played Counterspell but gained 2 life. I think now we make constructs again. Oh, very good draw. Yeah, now we just go construct world. Let's do it here and play the stirrings. If they want to use a counterspell on countering that, I'm pretty okay with that since I'm not mana screwed or anything either. Nice. Well, further it's a Saga. I think the cut's just too good against this deck not to pick it. Gotta give them a headache. Even though Ballista is also usually what I'm looking for. Cool league. Play Swamp Passes. We have every Saga. That's insane. That is actually insane. And they didn't even have the ring. Stern Scolding, another really good answer to our deck. That counters anything. Any creature, should say. I'm gonna keep my Might in hand and keep up safekeeping, I think. Lorien revealed Island cycling. You have a Cyclio Island. Sunken Hollow into the real cut zone. That's sick. That is that card that enters untapped Unless you have two, when you have two more basic lands. Look, that Regent. Yeah, this is one of the cards that they could have had here. Does he beat a non-stop barrage of constructs though? I don't know, you tell me. I have two 5/5s. So I'm gonna pass. Make a construct and have safekeeping or Haywire Might available. Okay, Bowmasters. Sure, I guess that kills Haywire Might. I could use safekeeping. Is that worth it? Possibly. Alright, let's do it. Like, they're down to two cards now, and if they have the ring, I can still get my needle, which kind of shuts it down forever against blue-black. People never tap so fast unless they cast the one ring, it's insane. Like, look at this. Für die Böden kann der one ring. Inky boy. Alright, we need ling that shit. Wanna steal it, opponent, maybe? Going to 14 means turn off the clock of this. So let's only do that in emergency, I guess. I mean, we can always block with an Inkmoth and take one of the counters off. How are they beating the constructs though? Now they can't draw cards with the ring. I think we might block with one of the Nexai here. If they let us. If they want to use a removal spell, sure. Now the rings are just fogs. And preventing you from losing the game. I guess we tap for mana first so we don't accidentally activate the Nexus we tapped. Maybe I shouldn't have protected this might, but... Engineered explosives. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Patchwork, not best draw. We still have an on-stop number of constructs. We draw every Utz's Saga. It's just so crazy. Right. Yeah, Engineered Explosives was good, but at least they had to do it on 0 and not kill any of our actual cards. You know, on 1. Like, I think it's their only answer. I hadn't actually considered that, but I think it's their only answer to Pithing Needle to reactivate the ring. Didn't even see it in that list I looked up. Guess it's a one-off. 9 against 10 life. Opponent casts Fog. Sure. We can always, we have a blocker here, we have a blocker here. We can get another one off that saga. So this Murktide is gonna take a long time to kill us. Once again, we do the thing where this adds 2 counters on that, and then these 2 become 3 when we put it on a creature. And what we can do now is, we could even give Sabas flying and block the Murktide. And then put the counters on Inkmoth Nexus. And there's only 2 more cards. Feel like we are winning this. Stress down is gonna hurt. Yeah, wait, when did you say that? I guess when I... The old red, okay, interesting. When I said that engineer explosive skills are constructs. Ha, no attacks, I like that. Then we can just make a thing. Dude, I love having a cold one, but it makes me piss so much. I already have to pee again. Actually insane. Ozolith, not the best draw. At this point of the game, do we need another construct? I think we need our mana more than that. Wait, hold on. Where is my Arcbound Worker? Oh, it's in the graveyard. Oh, it got scolded sternly earlier. We can get another Sabaz and do some shenanigans with it. Like now I'm gonna have the biggest flyer on the battlefield. Alright, so what do we do? They're at 9. So we can attack with everything. We just don't... We die if we take a Murktide hit, so that's bad. We have 2 life gain here, 2 life loss here. We can also present Lethal Inkmoth Nexus. And 3 lethal threats are never beating that, are they? Maybe not lethal Inkmoth Nexus. Well, we kinda do. Because if they kill the boss, the Inkmoth becomes the biggest threat. This becomes 4. These are 4. Put it here. Yeah, I'm gonna attack because I think they die here. Didn't do all the math, but like there's so many lethal threats. Okay. I could just let this go, everything dies. I could kill my Sabas and present lethal on that, but then I like die to... Then it dies to a fatal push. So let's just let this happen. Like that's really good for me, right? I have the board, you don't. Could have a Damnation, but the Inkmoth goes back to the non-creature zone. And the Ozolith means it kills them. 3 cards left, what you got? Do we beat this deck again? Yes, nice. This is becoming one of my new favorite matchups. So now, the other time I played it for the first time, and I didn't realize how good the Pithing Needle is against it. Since against the white control deck it's not that good, they just remove it and the ring's unlocked again. We forced them to use the explosives on 0, and then the rest is history. Bathroom break, be right back. Okay, Gamehouse, perfect timing. On the draw against MTGO Bazaar 8. That's kind of a sick draw. Light on creatures, but that never bothered me ever, except if it did. You know. This hand goes Drum into Ballista Ozolith, hopefully. Forest. Halfling. Amulet of Vigor. Okay. It's that sort of matchup. We might wanna just... Or I think we're definitely just playing What's the Saga to be as fast as possible. If them having Amulet on the play, we might die turn 3 anyway, and no way to prevent that. We need like a Ravager, and then we have some... What's our path to a turn 3 kill? We play the Ballista in the Ozolith. See, we top deck a Ravager, Saga gets us as a Bars. We play Ravager and another Zabaz. We have 6 here. And that card is so good. 3 toughness with reach means both our win conditions, Ballista and Inkgold Nexus, are nerfed. Stuff is happening on the other side of the board. Okay, there is the Ravager, so you're saying there's a chance. Let's see what they do next turn. If they drop bounce land into something that gives them more land drops, like another Grazer or a Dryad, they might just play the Titan. Titan plus Amulet is a lot of damage, but we'll see. We have to play the Ballista out because attacking with Ballista turn 3 might be your win condition. But we have another sick draw, so on the off chance they're not tightening here, we got some stuff. If they have Amulet, bounce land, they also have the 6 mana. Oh, the ring. Well, fuck you. But maybe we make it 2020 Ballista. I think it's possible. Ozolith, Ravager, other Ozolith. Hardened Scales would be better because we could cast other Sabars. But yeah, we have to go sort of all in here. Man, another deck that has 1 ring and Karn the Great Creator. People are just out to be annoying to me these days. Alright. What's the biggest Ballista we can make? Shattered Spire, Ravager 2 counters, Sacrifice Drum 4 counters. Get as a bars here. 2 counters. That's like... Yeah, that's gotta be enough, right? Let's count one more time. Ravager has 2 counters. Sabaz is 2 counters. Sacrifice Sabaz into Ravager. That's 5. Ravager goes to 7. Sac Drum, so Ravager goes to 9. Which doubles... Wait, no, I'm thinking about having the Shattered Spire out, but I have, right? Play the Shattered Spire and the Ravager with my 4 mana. Get as a buzz. It only has 1 counter because I don't have Ozolith out yet. Play the Shattered Spire, play Ravager. Sabaz has 1 counter, sacrifice it into Ravager. Ravager goes up to 6. Drum, Ravager goes up to 8. Becomes 9. Ballista is at 10-10. And another 10 from the Ozolith, that's 20. Quick maths. God, do I love Hardened Scales. I hope I did this math correctly. This makes it at 4, so it goes to 6. Oh, one more here that I didn't count before. This goes to 8. This adds 9. This adds 12. Kill you upkeep. Hell yeah. GG's. Hell yeah. 22 Ballista turn 3. On the draw. GG. That's what I'm talking about. You dead? Nice. Dude. We're stomping the ring decks today. I still hate the card, but we're doing it. We have some stuff against this deck too. Dismember, kill Dryad and Azuzas. We just take out all this slow stuff. Does Titan still run Karen? Maybe they swapped Karen package for the ring package, so we don't need our core. Like, there's only so many spots in a deck like this, right? They have value cards. That's good. Gravedigger's Cage doesn't do anything, right? No. Void Mirror can actually do some stuff, but for 2 mana it's probably not worth. Safekeeping helps against the opponent's forces. Did people drop their Forces of Vigor? That would actually be a big deal. Generous End in the sideboard, what? Dragonlord Dromoka, what is going on? Like, usually these decks had 4 Forces of Vigor in the sideboard. Am I going crazy? Really interesting. Anyway, drop this, that. Maybe also the Welding Chairs, if you look at these. I don't know. We need some amount of green cards for Forces of Vigor. Also, another note, I love my Springleaf Drums. I played at turn 1 and had 4 mana turn 3, also 3 mana turn 2, so it did ramp me. Let them take the one from the ring. He never let you. Let me think about this. I usually do in response to the ring activation. Is there any reason to do that? I guess if they want to draw cards in response to me, they take 1 more damage once the activation goes through. So there's that factor. But since I have my Ballista on 22 and they're on 20 life, probably nothing of that matters. This hand, I think, is a keeper. Like, the Dismember and the Needle are not silver bullets, I would say. That just cards I put in since they do stuff. We need to draw one of the 12 green sources, 14, or get rid of the Saga, which we don't really want to do. Dismember is good though against... No, I'm gonna keep it. Dismember helps against Dryads and Azuzas. Or even kill a Grazer if we really want to force through our Nexus. It was more like D19, let the ring kill him if they try and fight, kill him anyways. Yeah. But like... with this draw, I might not play the Urza Saga turn 1, I think. Do I want to needle something? Probably not. Like game 1, this deck doesn't pack any interaction, I think, so doesn't really matter much. But it's definitely worth thinking about if you want to let the ring trigger resolve or not before pinging them. What is going on with these sideboards? Generous End, Endurance, Dismember Relic, K1 of Souls? Crazy. Because you do have to beat countered magic with this deck too. Engineered Explosives. 2 Urza Sagas. Can I get a Force of Vigor? No. Also need lanes. I think we don't care much about them making constructs, so that's fine, but they do get an Amulet here. Do they have the Force of Vigor now? Don't do it to me, opponent. No. Wait, what is this? Osage of Winduist, that's fine. I actually got my green mana now. Thanks a lot. Nice. Yeah, now we set up. Hope not to die next turn, but we might as well. They have 3 mana and an Amulet. Don't think the needle does much against that. Yeah, this is not good because we are not really presenting a way to kill them. Maybe I should have mulliganed, but I'm too big of a believer. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Amulet of Vigor. Like we still need a land and a Ravager to win the game. The Mycosynth Gardens becomes a copy of target non-token artifact you control with mana value X. Alright, no moves for now, that's good for us. No land sucks, I wanted to keep up my Dismember. We're not dying, but we're also not killing. That's so bad. Not again get second, Amulet, bounce land, cast Titan, double untap, double strike plus 4/+0 or something like that. I can play the Walker, do some blocking, win with the Nexus maybe? Let's try it. Sadly, land would have been so good here. Because if... we have a shot of killing them. If both our creatures die... Ozolith just goes to 3. Not looking very good. We do get 2 Thopters, but that doesn't do a lot here. Second Amulet, 4 cards in hand, 1 mana floating. Do they have the thing, or are they on that? Make 3rd Amulet, I guess, and then Bouncing is 6 mana. Oh, we're not doing that. Or a Scary Sun. Yeah, there's 4 mana, 2 forests. One green floating forest taps for second green. This end could have worked out if I drew land. Maybe you should mulligan to better sideboard cards. Force of Vigor is a good one. I used to have 3 in the sideboard, but this and Hammer Time are really the only decks where I want 3 of them. Sometimes I want a lower number, like against Tron or something. I usually didn't even put in all 3. I don't know. Anyway, they're still chilling. Like maybe there's some world where we can do some shit with our Ozolith and Hardened Scales. But we would need a land and a Ravager really to do some stuff. Feels like. Cool leak though. Modern's actually been fun, even though I still don't like the ring. But I said that enough, I guess. Maybe I should stop, but we did beat the ring decks today. What just happened? They fucked up. Like what? I think they just fucked up somehow. Okay, still didn't find the land. That sucks. could name the garden so they can't copy another Vigor, but... Did they just not have a name? A Titan? What the hell? Like... They had 2 untapped triggers, didn't they? I'm confused. They don't have double green here. It's smart to do the land thing first and then play like a Dryad or something. Because otherwise, if they play Dryad, then a land, I can in response to the triggers dismember the Dryad. And then they don't get their second land drop. They still need a green producing bounce land or tap land. Plus one of the extra land drop cards, Dryad, Grazer, Azusa. Cool card. Well, was worth considering for hardened scales, but my flex slot of choice is still Phyrexia's core. Does a lot of work sometimes. Yep, Grazer. Extra land drop. You have any green source that enters tapped? What's the Saga? Okay. That does not make green mana. Wow, do they just not have any payoff cards in their hand? Now this Walker is becoming big. Nice, finally found our land too. We don't have any red mana, so we can't really do any insane moves. Needle, Utes, Saga, Needle the gardens. Could just Needle the ring, but I don't know. Just play the Spire. Keep up Dismember. Now red source does a lot for us. This is crazy. Opponent just doesn't have any way to get double green or any way to cast a Primeval Titan. Like, their hand is Boros Garrison, 2 unknowns, one of which they just drew. Why would you put that land in scales? Which land? This one? Cause tempo. There's even one in the sideboard. So right now there's 2 in my deck. They played Boros Garrison, triple untap trigger. Well, you mean the Mycosynth Gardens, because I talked about that. Well, it's just a land that enters untapped, makes colorless mana, and can become a copy of an artifact. But yeah, there's not many artifacts worth copying, I guess. Since most of our creatures are 0/0s. But it was worth considering when it was printed. The garden, yeah. There's better flex slots, but you could copy like... is there even anything you would copy, or does it just suck anyway? Yeah, there's not really much. You could... all the other things are either legendary or 0/0s. The only card to copy is this. Funny. There is the Titan. How did they achieve double green this time? Because they bounced Forest and then played it for their natural land drop. Okay, now we're talking. Is it too late or not? I don't know. We'll see. I have the Dismember. Could copy Inkmoth Nexus with the land, yeah. Now thinking more about it, doesn't really do anything. They got Tolaria West Simic Growth Chamber, so they can transmute and probably cast second Titan, which is pretty good. Maybe give both of them haste and double strike. Like 3 amulets is pretty insane. Like, the next Titan gets a Boros Garrison and the Haste land, give both Titans haste. Get the double strike land, give both of them double strike, and they have 8 power. I might be dead, but I'm gonna play it out as a dismember. We'll see. It's funny, they never had a way to make second green. I'm just gonna have 6 for a bit. Maybe they can do the thing again, right? Make another Titan. Yeah, transmute again, Summoner's Pact. I'm still gonna not like concede, because we wanna see how far it goes, but with 3 amulets they can give all of them haste. And then get 3 attack triggers. It's pretty crazy. Don't have 2 garrisons, well they have Vesuva, right? Which is kind of the same thing. Yeah, there it is. Like, I could have Pithing Needled the Tolaria West, but I don't know. This whole thing is so cool of this deck. In paper, it's sort of a nightmare because you have to imagine the stack. I played against that deck at FNM, and you do this thing, but you have to imagine how big the stack is at any point in time. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, now 3 Titans are attacking. Construct 2. And they can do the double strike thing if they still play that card. Sunhome. Valakut. That doesn't do anything though. So maybe they don't have the double strike land in their build. Do we survive? That's 24 trampling damage on the construct. We can survive that, possibly. Problem is the grazers mean we can't really kill them on swingback. We'd need a Ravager. Looks like they're just getting stuff out now. I think we can survive this attack. If we draw a Ravager, maybe win. I said that there's 2 grazers. This card is so incidentally good. Man, 3 amulets really goes crazy. Basically every amulet means a Titan attacks. Ah, there's Sunhome now. Okay, they're just ramped to have enough to give every Titan double strike. And we're not winning against that. That was weird because, and this is in my experience how this matchup plays out. Both players have like sideboard cards and get slowed down. Void Mirror counters the Pact. And amulets if they don't have a forest. Is that worth it? Maybe. The green count for Foster Figure is really low right now. Maybe the dismembers are not great. There's 5 cards you can kill. We can take out the Gemstone Caverns again. Interesting stuff. Chalice. Yeah, right, I could have put in the Chalice to counter the Pact only. Okay, there's the mulligan. And that is not a good draw, but it's a keep. It's funny how good Arboreal Grazer is. Blocks all the Inkmoth, kills for a turn, the Ballista kills 2 usually. Yeah, I'm not going to 5, but the set is not good. But we maybe dropping the Void Mirror on turn 2 does something. We'll see. Only kept 7. I think I should have played Forest. Because if I draw the Saga, I have no green spell anyway, so the scenario can't happen where I draw the Saga and want to play that, but also have green mana up. You are trying to combo first though, yeah. But the thing is, going to 5 means the chance to have that turn 3 hand is very low. So we're just getting unlucky this time, sadly. I'd keep any fast hand over a disruptive hand for sure. Yeah, sadly that slipped before that Void Mirror. Now it doesn't do that much anymore, but it can still be good if they have no Titan but Summoner's Pacts. But yeah, should have played Chalice instead of that. Super relevant right now. Actually no, Chalice doesn't counter that, but only the 0 mana card, so it doesn't matter that much. Is there any reason to play this now? I think no. Because maybe like playing Void Mirror works against them playing another Amulet without a green source. But I also want to get my stuff down. They don't have Grazer right now. Which means we might get an Inkmoth kill at some point. We do have it on turn 4, I think. Loses to like Force of Vigor and what else? Engineered Explosives, Bullseye, something like that. There's the Dryad. So this member is actually relevant there. Okay. Void Mirror now not great since it only shuts down the 0 mana cards, since all their lanes make every color. Okay, I think we dropped the Ravager. If we uptick the Walker, it's on 3, which means Ravager would go to 8. Yeah, Ravager gives us a kill next turn through no disruption. Uptick Walker to 3, sacrifice 3 things, Ravager goes to 8. Animate Nexus, 9 counters on Nexus. Okay, so I have 2 Amulets, 2 land drops. That's 8 mana. Could die again here. This deck has become so good because it got so much more consistent lately. I still like the way I played it because I can win next turn if I live. I don't think they can do 2 Titans. Well, they have 2 Amulets. So maybe they can. Like 2 mana floating, get 2 lands, double untap. That's so much stuff. So funny. They have 1 land out, but they have all the mana in the world. Amulet is a really scary deck when it does its thing. And yeah, having a 3rd Force of Vigor would have done something for me here. Guess I should have won my game 2, right? But like, no, we were on the play this time. Didn't find a turn 3 kill, which you can't always expect. So this is the same thing as game 2, except only 2 Amulets instead of 3. Pretty sure they can still present a lot of damage. And to kill them next turn, we either need to draw land or have both our creatures around. No, that's the Grazer. Ah, now we don't even have a win. This card's so funnily strong against us. It's insane. Really interesting. They can even bounce the Boseiju to their hand to have another removal spell up. I'm pretty sure we die. But again, let's play it out. Void Mirror would have helped there, I guess. But they could do some Boseiju shenanigans even. This is give both haste again. But I think only one gets double strike. Maybe not. Insane stuff. Alright, we still got a 3-2 in this league. Funnily enough, we beat all the control ring decks. Maybe I should play a Topo Orb in my sideboard. Oh, Dryad, Valakut stuff is also happening. We're so dead. Sure. What is that symbol? Why is there is it the safe target symbol? Why do I see that? Doesn't really matter to me, right? Yeah, we are very dead. Like, they even have another... they even get to do the double strike thing, too. Alright. Cool, we got a 3-2. That's fine. The matches we lost felt like could be doable with better draw. Opponents stumbling slightly. It's always the little things. Treasure chest, 85 play points. Pretty sick. Nice. Worth. Flamewake Phoenix. Probably not worth much, right? That card was played in the Hollow One, Black-Red Hollow One. What's the card? Burning Inquiry, Goblin Lower Deck. That was for a while all the rage in Modern. Not really so much anymore. Probably not worth anything. Yeah. Okay, never worth anything though. Alright. Yo, Muzzle64, how's it going, brother? We just finished, but we're gonna do another one, because that was really fun. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to, subscribe to the goodness and to see you in the next one.